What's up, y'all? Cole, Quentin, ZVZ. Sorry, y'all, running a little behind there. I've been having just crazy bad connection problems here lately. Quicksilver! And I just cannot wait to move. Most of you know. Oh, and there it goes, right? My connection just dropped way down. Alright, looks like it's gonna... We're going to see the connection is really bouncing around right now. It hasn't bottomed out, but it's bouncing like between 4,000 and a 1,800 bit rate, like back and forth. That makes me think there's maybe a Windows update sitting. Is there a Windows update today? Anybody know? That I missed? Let's see. What's up, Jocelyn? I'm trying to get the stream stabilized here. I do apologize, y'all. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream today at all. It looks like there's no Windows update, so it must have just been something on my poo-poo connection. Oh yeah, Cole, the Petrify is so good. I haven't done a ton of floors because of these connection problems. Last night I was just cursed. I ended up turning my computer off and going to bed. It was so frustrating. I'd queue into a map, you know, the connection would seem fine. I'd hop into a map, and then every single time, wave 5, I would disconnect. And you guys know I'm too stubborn to just stop. I kept on trying. And that led to disconnect after disconnect after disconnect. You're at floor 1 of your house? Yeah, that counts quick. Good enough. Well, the enemy is not supposed to take any damage when the Petrify ends. And that you're thinking that Lavamancer shard. There's something a little fishy. You can do exclamation WM in chat and see the build that I use there, Vitor. I'm playing around with different stuff today. I'm not using any of the regular builds. Using funky stuff. Funky stuff. Today I'm playing around with Earth on Weapon Mans and the Water Elemental shard. So playing with this Chaos 8 shards. So right now I'm using this bad boy. This is not something you should just do. It's just playing and testing and having fun. So don't run out and change your relics. This is not what you should be doing. Here is my normal Weapon Man relic, if y'all are curious. Tenacity, Shocking, and Water. But right now, playing with this, and we're using Reflect Beams with Tenacity. I've got that. This is that relic I usually do Drakenfrost Keep with. That second Fisher relic. I threw it on my Reflect Beams just because I don't have the beams set up yet. I'm not really pushing Prot Hero, I'm more just playing around. Alright, let's see what we get here. I think Omni may end up joining me, I'm not positive. He's a couple floors ahead of me there, but... See, we got armored and pilot on. So this is what I'm working on, and what I'm trying to dial in is a low, you know, the words I've got for it aren't the best, I guess, but low budget Onslaught push build, where someone that doesn't have a bunch of gilded shards, doesn't have hyper shards, doesn't have a bunch of fancy stuff, can go through and, you know, climb up to a decent Onslaught floor, like 150, 200, something like that. So anyway, I'm using this Earth Weapon Man, and then my normal Flame Aura, but then I'm putting that Reflect Beam with Tenacity. So this is kind of inspired by what, like, Zombie Wookiee has been doing. So now I've got Earth damage going, and a chance to drench, and so a chance to electrocute just from the Weapon Man, because I'm using Water Elemental. And then I've also got, you know, the Earth damage going on it. So with a Poison Dart Tower back here, that gives you a Petrify combo. So I've got the chance of an Electrocute combo and the chance of a Petrify combo with pretty good damage in the mix. And it really works on every lane except Headstrong lanes. In Headstrong lanes, it actually does a decent amount of DPS, so it will allow you to burn through it a little bit. So yeah, anyway, trying to take Zombie Wookiee's little push strategy that he's used to get up to floor 900 and create kind of a budget build for the folks that want to just don't want to commit that much time. But it requires 1 amp, basically. You'd want 1 amp on a reflect beam. And that's basically it. Now here I gotta watch for those hex throwers. I got hex throwers here, so I'm gonna have to reflect right here. And then it's just more rinse and repeat. So I'm basically gonna do that exact same thing on every lane. And the only mutator I'm gonna care about in any way at all is Headstrong. And it's just, Petrify is just super, super good. I just told you what I was trying to do here, Captain. No, I'm not going to switch and build with the Dryad. I'm testing new stuff. Sorry, man, but I mean, I just went through that whole rant and rave about what I was doing here. And then you say build with Dryad. Come on, man, really? Best mods, saying best mods are situational there, Razor. There's best mods for what you want to accomplish. So that's a very situational thing. You can look at my hero spotlights, and I'm going to be putting quite a few more of those out over the next upcoming weeks as I play around with the new stuff with the poison. But the problem right now we have is we're waiting for a hotfix, as a lot of this stuff is really, really bugged. Exclamation PDT in chat, Vitor. Basically now you just can't put an element on poison dart towers, but besides that, nothing has changed with the poison dart tower itself. It's just that the poison as an element is now a thing. So we're just going to do that and see how it goes here. And I'm using that shockbot, that, what's the full string, the petrifying frozen shockbot build that I posted up this morning. Yeah, Tenacity on reflect beams protects everything behind. So I don't have Tenacity on the Weapon Man or on the Flame Aura. Let's let it fly and see how it goes here. Definitely have to pay attention to headstrong lanes. You have to pay attention for Lady Orcs, and you have to pay attention for Kobold Runners, believe it or not. Sometimes the Kobold Runners will run past so fast that the Petrify won't get them, you know? No, you should not put a controller servo on PDTs, EVC. Poison is not a crowd control effect. Now, you could put a controller servo on it if you're always going to have some form of CC in the area. But if you don't have CC in the area, then you would get no benefit from controller on a PDT. Poison is not crowd control. Crowd control is anything that is a movement impairing effect. So slows, stuns, things like that are crowd control. So, I mean, you can put it on, and it's a great mod to use, but you're always going to have to build crowd control in that area. Knockback isn't a status in DD2. I know there is knockback from melee attacks, but that's not considered a status in DD2. There's slow and stun, and everything else is lumped into those. Like oil slows, so oil is a slow. Chill slows, so frostbite towers are a slow. You could do either on or the YBM. I mean, Gobu Boom's great lower tier. Once you get up to, say, floor 300 or so, 200, 300, you'd want to use that Gobu Boom as a secondary tower, not as your main defense. Just because you're not going to want to use it all the time. Thank you so much for subscribing there, the Gazra. No, I'm working on a new PDT build, Storm Dragon, but I don't we need that hotfix to come before I can do a hero spotlight of it, because that hotfix will change things. PDT, everything involving poison right now is a little bit buggy. It's not working exactly as planned. So we're waiting for that hotfix to the update, and then that will, all the poison related builds will start coming out then. Yeah, you know, the monk has a prestige weapon, Shin, but that's a very good question, because you're not alone in that. I personally have only been getting the initiate ones. I know lots of people that have only been getting initiate ones. So it makes you question whether or not there's something buggy with the drop. There is one for the monk, but it's not dropping for me, I can assure you. Well, I mean, having a little luck there, Cries, is the absolute best thing. The best thing you can do is farm Chaos 7 for gear, expeditions, farm expeditions for gear, and then use your reroll tokens to reroll once you find something you really like. But your chances of actually finding the specific mod that you're looking for at 10 out of 10 are really, really low. And that's where the rerolls come in. It allows you to focus on that specific mod, and then hopefully, of course, with a little luck, you find some other good mods that you want. Keeping it 100, where Chromatic didn't give us any giveaway codes for April, so it's a matter of them. They're supposed to give them to us every month. That's the Casters Guild agreement. But ever since the announce of DDA, there's been practically no communication in the Casters Guild, and the codes have been sporadic. They didn't give us any codes for December, January, and then I think it was in February that he loaded us up with stuff to make up for the time he missed. But those are all gone now. So we never got any giveaways for April. Not to throw those folks under the bus or anything, but that's where the giveaways are. They're sitting there waiting for them to get them out to us. Nice, Quentin. Congrats. Which one did you get? Jordan, what up, what up? I'm hoping to get me some C8 shards here today. Taser suit, that's a good one, Quentin. Yeah, once you climb up, it's not that rare. You do start seeing them pretty frequently. But, I mean, for the people that don't have them already from before, it's nice that they're not super rare, you know? I haven't gilded any C8 shard yet. I haven't gotten enough of them to gild. I'm the closest, I believe, on water elemental than anything else. The only setup that will do that on the original 4 is Poison Dart Tower and Earth Tower there, Gazra, and that's because of the Petrify combo. But if you've just got the original 4 heroes, the best thing you can do is get your Huntress out. Pardon me. Yeah, Taser Suit's back quick. I'm using it right now, in fact. Let me go get hit. Let me tase some fools. Yep, too much Frostfire in that lane. You know, these guys aren't melee. Doesn't require melee. Let's see if I can get somebody to wallop me. Nobody's hitting me. Come on, you guys really don't want to hit me? That's a first. No, it never procced. What the heck? Maybe I better double check. Maybe I don't have it equipped. Celebration's always been kind of crappy. They're quick, so you don't want to use Celebration for sure. The McManus Projector has been the stuff, really, ever since day one. What's going on there, hi sucker? How you doing? And I confused some folks on that hero spotlight this morning. I got like three or four different messages about it. The charged shot using the McManus Projector won't proc 4 times a second. The McManus projector has an internal cooldown of 4 times per second. The only way you're going to see that is with the McDougars. But this is still the weapon I recommend. Don't want to give up your TWT. Trying to think of what you mean by TWT. What am I missing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Castro. I'm just using... Explosive Poison is bugged right now. So you want to stack power. I'm using Raid as a mod to get me to the speed cap. And then I'm using Destruction, Mass Destruction, and Vamp. But I'm not even getting the full benefit of that. That's just the setup I want to use. Because Poison's a little bit funny right now. The Celebration is just not a good weapon. I mean, if you like it, then by all means you should use it. But it's holding you back there, man. What's going on there, Davniel? How you doing? Yeah, I decided to bring it back over to YouTube today. Been streaming on Twitch, as I don't want to spam everybody's YouTube feeds. But decided, since it's Saturday, bring it back over to the YouTubes. Yeah, there isn't really a best Taisaka. It's not a skill-based game. So there's no, I'm not better than anybody else out there. It's all about the gear you have and the water shard on armor. Not sure what you're talking about there, Quick. No gifts for me. Did I get a shard? No, no shards either. Nothing. Alright. Let's see what we get here. I wanted to get a nice Frost Lane to look at that build. Of course, you actually want to see a Frost Lane and they're not coming. Crazy. You don't want to see a Frost Lane and they're everywhere. That's just how it works, Well, it's Saturday for me, Cole. It may not be Saturday for you, but it's Saturday for me. Let's see, what time is it? It's 1:24 in the afternoon for me right now. What's going on there, Adam? How you doing? Oh, you thought it was Sunday? Fair enough. Fair enough. How do I feel about the Drakenfrost weapon plus Drenching Strikes? It's procs the Frost combo. It's a great setup. Now, I personally prefer the Frostfire Remnants mod over the Frostwatt mod. Oh, Water Elemental. Yeah, Water Elemental's back quick. I'm using it right now on these Weapon Mans. Show you guys again. I'm using Earth on Weapon Mans instead of Water. And then plugging in the Water Elemental Shard into the deal. So the Drench, the Electrocute chance is not as good. It's only a 25% chance to Drench. But it's still going off like a mofo. Like a mofo. And this is just all I'm doing. One Weapon Man node. One Flame Aura. And then, this one I got so much DU left, I'll probably go 2 PDTs just for giggles. Actually, we can throw in some extra stuff with all the extra DU. Then we can go with the Lightning Strike Aura. That'll help with those Lady Orcs. Both. I had it from before, and I got a new one already. A good PDT build is get yourself to the speed cap, then put as much defense power on it as you can, and then if you have any mod slots left over, add in an anti-mod. Like, I personally go with defense rate piercer servo. You're going to want piercer as well unless you're using explosive poison, and explosive poison is a little buggy right now, so I do suggest piercer servo. And having the defense rate mod gets me to the speed cap. So then I'm able, since I'm at the speed cap, I'm able to use all defense power shards. So I use destruction, mass destruction, and vampiric empowerment. Earth servo, the problem with Earth servo alpha is it's just one of those random drops anywhere ones. So you may end up not seeing it for a while, and then you'll see like 5 in a day or whatever. I think the Sundering Blow Shard is really good for like a barbarian. Any melee hero it's going to be good for. You're going to get more overall power out of using like an anti-mod. But the benefit that the Sundering Blow gets is that it would affect it on all of them. I'm still using that same old Skyguard build. It's water, range, and water, range, and anti-support, I believe. Let me look. No, I can't look. Destructive Pylon is the 6th Mastery Shard. There's Scorpion, so you just got to get those stars. Let's see, Skyguards, yeah, controller, not anti-support. So water, the reason I'm using controller now over anti-support is the Skyguard gives a slow naturally, plus I've got the water damage on it for the drench, so that makes it so that controller servo works against every flyer. I use water on the Skyguards for controlled burn lanes. No, Mike. 100% for controlled burn lanes. That, and if I wanted to, if I was having a real tough time with flyer lanes, I could add in a tower with storm damage next to it. Like go with, say, like a archer or whatever with storm damage next to it. And then it would proc the electrocute combo on the flyers. Anti-range is great, but it only affects wyverns and lightning bugs. It doesn't affect kobolds and kobolds. So it's just about which enemies are giving you the hardest time. I personally hate getting my stuff blown up from dive bombers, and that's why I've always chosen anti-support over anti-ranged. But if you feel like you have the biggest problem against like lightning bugs, which are these guys here, then of course anti-range would be better for you. Destruction is Chaos 1. There's Sybil. So if you farm Chaos 1 and get the win streak bonus, and then of course you can always buy them with the medals too. Looks like we're an easy peasy bill here. No, it's got to be 100% Tenacity, Dominic. Tenacity is one of those mods where it's either 10 out of 10 or it's not worth using. It's kind of crappy, but that's just the truth. That particular mod, if it's not 10 out of 10, there's just no point in putting it on. Just re-roll it until you get 10 out of 10. You don't find mass destruction, Hisaka. You get it from C5, or you get it from Mastery. Derp C5. Anything that's not gilded just resets back to 0, James. You don't lose anything. Nictus wants that C8 farm. Shard farm. Twinkie, what's up? How you doing? You know, I may end up doing a little Saturday night live stream over on Twitch too. I really want to get all those weapons. I want to make a video with all the new weapons, but I don't have them all yet. It's not confirmed yet, Shen, but it's either floor 30 or floor 35 is where they start dropping. Don't know which it is. They're going to, Nictus. They just need to get to that point. They want people to have to earn them first, and then they'll open it up later. You just gotta slow down on Mastery. Plan ahead in Mastery, and you win. You know, look at the challenges up front. Jump in and try building, you know, doing the challenge or whatever. If you fail, try again. Just think about what you want to do before you do it. Have a picture in your head of what your entire completed build should look like. And that way you know what you're going to be shooting for. Like, I mean, one of the best things you can do in Mastery is go into the map, look at all the challenges, build the map the way you want to see it built, and ignore all the challenges just to get the build finished. And then go back and run it for real. It's just one of the easiest things you can do. Oh, the gold is burning quick, James. I hear you. Just on update day, I spent 100 million. I didn't realize I was spending that much too, and I looked up and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Where did all the gold go? I was just under 200 million when the update hit, and now I'm below 100 million. It just, you can spend it. There's ways to spend it, but that's good. I'd rather have ways to spend it than just sit there and keep hoarding it and hoarding it and hoarding it, you know? I wants to spend my gold. How long have I been playing? I've been playing since the game, the very first day that you were able to play the game on stream and the non-disclosure agreement was lifted. I live streamed that day. So I've been playing since the very beginning. I actually been playing since before then, but there was a non-disclosure agreement on the coverage prior to that. You want a teddy shield? I'll be selling a bunch of teddy shields there, no Mike, for cheap as soon as I get all these weapons collected. Come on, little roller, please come out. Please come out and say hi. See if I can get his backside from here. Yeah, Vicious Strikes is what, 2 mil or 3? Is it 2 mil or 3 mil? It's a pricey one to upgrade for sure. So yeah, this build is just destroying. 3 mil? 2 mil? I can't remember. I'm getting old. First thing that goes, the memory, you know? I wouldn't do any major, you know, I'm just testing stuff and playing around, of course, Cole, but I wouldn't, unless you have just the resources sitting, I wouldn't make any major changes until that hotfix comes out. Because those other mods, like Vicious, or pardon me, Venomous Vipers, Ballista's Bite, and the Harpy's Poison, they could be very, very game-changing. And right now they're not working, so it's impossible for us to test that stuff. So, I mean, I would hold off before making any major changes, you know? Or just know in advance. Like, I had a bunch of spare relics and stuff that I could mess around with. Just realize in advance that you might be throwing away 10 of 10 mods if you put too many, if you use up too many of your good mods. Let's see. There's supposed to be this streamer luck thing where I get all kinds of stuff, you know? I haven't seen it yet. Streamer luck, like every map's supposed to give me a C8 shard and a gift, right? Isn't that what the internet says? I AP'd 65 times, Nathan. Rolith, what up? Oh, I got a gift. Yay! Let's see what we got. Now, this gift here, it has a chance also of containing one of the lower gifts, which is kind of cool because that's the system that's put in place so that you don't have to go back and farm the low floors. So let's see what we got. Yeah, see, it had another gift inside of it, and this one is one of the tier 3s, so it ended up being the same gift. And Zeddy the Teddy. Let's put that over here. Keep them all nice and organized. These are tier 1 presents, these are tier 2 gifts, and then these are tier 3 gifts. So I don't have them all yet. I'm still working on it. And I do have some of the other stuff, like the one I'm missing from tier 2 I actually have, but I haven't found it in gift form. So I'm not going to dirty up the... I'm not going to dirty anything up by using something I had previous. I'm going to make sure I find them all legit before I post a video. That, and it confirms to me that they're all dropping too. That's right, Davniel. Gotta catch them all. The chance of getting a C8 amp is really, really low, Cybel. The gift is how you get the new weapons quick. You do Onslaught. Well, thanks for swinging by there, Keaton. Let's see. There's 10 in each tier, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 2 of them from the first tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1 from the second tier. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 3 from the third tier. So I'm getting close. I don't have them all yet, though. Still trying. Still try harding it out, you know? I think I'm gonna just double up on the flames this time. Put the reflect beam a little bit further up. Actually, you know what I can do? I can do this instead, this time around. Since we got the extra DU. And then go something like that. I'm probably gonna end up borrowing them, Growlith, so if I get like 1 or 2 away and I still don't have them all, then I'll definitely be doing some borrowing just to get a video made, you know, with all of them. Alright, what do we got? We got controlled burn there, and we got sparks and shields here. Now here's the deal with this one. These guys, the headstrong guys, are immune to petrify, yet they're not immune to taunt. So if these 2 lanes are coming out together and this lane gets petrified, they will taunt that lane's mobs. So it makes it so that the build is still viable here. I'm using Earth on this one, Jamie. I'm still not completely sold on it. It's just something I'm kind of playing around with. Actually, let's do the same thing this time. We'll go with a LSA here, and then I'll spread those for that frosty lane. You should just stick with C7. You see a lot of low-level mods, too, from people doing Ancient Power resets. You know? You find something during an Ancient Power reset, you can either level it up yourself or sell it. So, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that's low-level still, and it all came from AP resets. I don't suggest ever going down and farming a lower tier unless you're looking for shards. If you're looking for shards, then the Reflect Beam is the Tenacity. So Reflect Beam is blocking all the cyborgs. Is what's going on there. I think I'm going to keep doing with the same thing since I got the DU here. So yeah, the Tenacity, a 10 out of 10 Tenacity on the Reflect Beam is protecting all this stuff behind, because the cyborgs are going to hit the first thing, right? So they're going to come out and they're going to go after either this node or that Lightning Strike aura, and the Reflect Beam will block it. Well, I mean, 10 out of 10 mods go for, that's just the price they go for. If it's a quality mod, like Anti-Melee is worth way more than 10 mil. Tenacity is worth more than 10 mil. I mean, it's all relative, you know? I mean, to 10 mil to a new player is a ton. 10 mil to someone who's actually going to get the benefit out of that shard, you know, and taking it to Chaos 8, it's just not that much money. I mean, it's still a lot, but it's very achievable. Yeah, automation is the same thing, but I don't want to use a shard slot for it if I don't have to. Automation is what you do if you don't have Tenacity. I mean, it's the free Tenacity that you can move around to whatever defense you want, you know? Yeah, that was it, huh? We got cyborgs. We do have cyborgs there, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see. Let's see if it holds. Automation it has hidden benefits. The basics of automation itself is every time your defense attacks, it heals itself, which makes it perfect for walls. But it's got a hidden benefit of working as a 10 out of 10 Tenacity. Automation is the last mastery shard, though. I can assure you it is easier to get a 10 out of 10 Tenacity, or it takes less time to get a 10 out of 10 Tenacity than it would to go through and do all of Mastery. I mean, you may not find it, but you'll make enough gold to buy it, you know? Billy Lee, what's going on? Uh-oh. PDT down. Something didn't work out. I think the Flyers got me. Maybe I'll throw a Skyguard down here, too. Oh, I can't. Well, hopefully the PDT will, once I upgrade it, will burn through it. Mastery's easy, but it's time-consuming, and being the very last Hyper Shard, that's why I said it's less time. I mean, you should do Mastery. Don't get me wrong, but automation is not shouldn't be your first choice. You're not maximizing your build by using automation. Like I said, it's exactly that. Automation is for when you want to play with Tenacity, you don't have the mod, and it's something that you can move around, so you can also test how the effects of Tenacity with different defenses. The max number of stars gilded. You know, I don't remember off the top of my head, Angelo, but I can check here as soon as these last two mobs die. If you have the shard gilded, let's see. Oops, wrong button. Sounded like I hit a screenshot button, huh? Try this again. That's saying 9. Do I have... Yeah, I got selects. Yeah, so 9. You get 3 by default, and then you can do, with a Gilded Celestial Attunement, you can get to 9. Not all of the maps, James, but the majority, yeah. The majority of the maps you can do with the OGs, but some of the maps will be very difficult to do with just the OGs. If you're just looking for, gear, experience, gold, or shards, you should always do expeditions. Oh, I am about 100% certain DDA will have controller support, Doug. Nice, James. Grats. I can't see DDA not having controller support. I really think it will. What's going on here, Bryn? How you doing? DDA is supposed to come out this fall, October. I'm doing good. I got my connection woes again today, so I'm hoping that I'm able to go through the stream here without any DCs, but we'll see. Yeah, sure, that's a great combo there, Jamie. I mean, you can really use any defenses you want. You don't have to worry about focusing on meta defenses and perfect crowd control strategies and all that stuff until you get to like in the hundreds of floors. Until you get to that point, use the defenses you like the best. You know, you guys know I'm a huge fanboy of the EV2 and the Monk. Well, I mean, it's just out of my control, Scorpion, so I'm hoping not, but it happens. Nice, Doug. Yeah, it will definitely have controller support. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't need no defenses for you, Frost Lane. Look at that. That is just absurd. Woof. I want to find a nice Dreadbones lane today and get at it with this. I haven't found a Dreadbones lane yet since I finished this little multi-CC EV build here. It's the one problem with this map. It takes so damn long for all the mobs to come out. Got a Slakelion over yonder. Let's go put the hurt on him. Come on out, little Slakelion. It'd be alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, Jordan. You focus on defense power. All defenses are basically the same, Excel. You go with your main shards, defense rate and destruction, so you get to the speed caps and you get defense power, and then you put as much defense power on them as possible. But I mean, every defense, the big 3 shards, deadly strikes, defense rate, and destruction. Every defense in the game, you start with that and work your way down from there. Like with bees, you would take out deadly strikes because you just don't need the extra range. Too much range on bees actually hurts them, hurts their effectiveness, because you increase their travel time by so much. Nice there, Dark Blue. Welcome back. It's still really buggy. I was hoping that there was going to be a hotfix yesterday, but you know, they didn't have it ready yet. So I'm assuming we'll get a hotfix early in the week. Hopefully Monday, but more realistically Tuesday because of Easter. You know, the Chromies got families too, so gotta let them celebrate the holiday with their families. There, I'll get that in there before I rage about not having it yet. You got Monday off school? Well, I mean, it would be ideal if it came Monday then, Cole, wouldn't it? But, I mean, I don't know if Chromatic is taking the day off. It's a holiday, so I'm assuming they're going to take the day off, but I don't know. They might not. They didn't say. They might be hard at work right now, you know? Yeah, crowd control is the real deal now, Dark Blue. There's combos in the game that are just crazy. As you see here, I got freeze going. I'm also petrifying mobs and electrocuting mobs, and the crowd control is insane. I mean, this isn't a super high floor. This is floor 98, but I've got 0 Chaos 8 gear on right now. This is fully a Chaos 7 geared hero. In any of these lanes, I could completely... In fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say any of these lanes, I could completely remove all the defenses and be fine. Whatever lane has the most mobs, next wave I'll get rid of all the defenses. It's such a super strong build. Well, they keep the Petrify combo just came, so Electrocute, of course, has been in the game forever. Freeze came back several months ago, and then Petrify just came last week. So it's a brand new one. Hey, there's the Petrify in action. You see when their health bar goes gray, they're petrified. Oh, you already played with Freeze? Fair enough. Yeah, the Gunwitch is really good. I think so. Alright, let's see. What's the heaviest lane? We got 106 mobs here. We got 69 over there. We got 26 there. Actually, right here is going to be it. Because it's a double lane, you know? So let's get rid of everything. Get rid of all the stuff. I'm going to throw a Weapon Man node back here just to help me with the assassins. But I should be able to handle these two lanes without a problem. And just to show y'all again, this is all Chaos 7 gear. There's no Chaos 8 gear in the mix at all. This is exactly the build from that hero spotlight from this morning. Yeah. I mean, I just, Onslaught gating. Onslaught gating is the real deal. Every hero with Petrify is good, Matthias. The Barb is actually the last one I personally would want to use Petrify on. Because the freeze and electrocute combos are just so strong. What happened there? What is hitting my core? It must have been a hex thrower from across the bridge. God dang it, it's really low too now. Hopefully it survives the wave. We're gonna need to throw a reflect beam up there. I mean, freeze is still insanely strong. Nah, I'm just playing private today there, Dave. I mean, I might open up some public matches, enough people want to join. But you have to be able to join floor 100-ish. Which probably most of the people here are on that, right? I'll complete the next one by myself, because the next one's Drakenfrost. Chewing these bad boys up. Nah, there won't be any more new heroes for DD2 Diabetes. I mean, there's the chance there could be, but I would be extremely surprised if there was a new hero for DD2. Alright, I think I got enough time to get over and kill that roller now, right? Blackjack hero. He throws cards at everybody. Is that how it works, Nictus? Xbox 2. Well, that's even better than Xbox One, huh? Yeah, it's had a lot of different direction, Dark Blue. No doubt about that. Man, I hope the core survives. It's really low. I'm gonna have to throw a reflect beam around it. Hex thrower's taking pot shots from over on the bridge is what happened to me there. That was really close. It was super low. Let's just do something like that. Should get it. Yeah, the hex throwers are coming from that lane. So when the hex throwers are crossing the bridge and they're taking shots at the core from there, they got the hacks. But that should handle that problem. I'm gonna leave this lane open still and wreck up all the faces here. Any hero is okay for a first buy there, Evil. I always recommend the EV2. But on the same note, the EV2 is my favorite. So I can't expect it to be everyone's favorite, you know. I just really like the EV. I was a huge EV fan from DD1, and that just passed right along to DD2. Mana gain chip doesn't go for a ton. It's not a very wanted mod. The only people who would really want that are people that want to AFK on the Dryad. Like if you want to AFK lower content on the Dryad, then that allows you just to sit there corrupt for longer without having to do any management of your juice. Alright, Dark Blue, well good luck. Thanks for swinging by. Every ranged hero can shoot air and melee, Jamie. There's not going to be another hero. I mean, like I said, I don't want to say there's not, because you never know, there might be. But I would be highly, highly surprised if there's ever a new hero or even a new map in DD2. The bulk of content for DD2 is now complete. I could see them adding in things that add more gameplay value based off of what's already in the game, just to keep the game going for longer, but there's not going to be any more content. I mean, they basically came right out and said that. Elandrian's, I don't know if this is his exact words now, as I'm doing it from memory, but it was basically updates for DD2 will slow down, future updates will contain bug fixes, balancing, and cosmetics. So in my mind, we can expect to see bug fixes, balances, and cosmetics. That's what he said, so why would we expect anything other than what he said, you know? Alright, Dark Blue, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome. And I do appreciate you. Well, enjoy. Exclamation Discord in chat. Feel free to join the Discord server if you ever have any questions. There's lots and lots of good, lots and lots of awesome players there that'd be more than happy to help you out. Yeah, that's a bug, the Gazra. That's supposed to be fixed in the hotfix coming as well. So the whole not being able to sell crafting materials things is not intended. They didn't take that feature out. It's a bug that came along due to something, you know. What's going on there, Sam? How are you? That's what I'm doing right now, Christopher, just playing around with this build. I'm still not completely sold on it. It's strong, it's working. I'm curious as to how high it would actually get you in Onslaught, though. I just think the old setup is just so strong, why mess with it, you know? The Shocking Revelations in Water is just good stuff. There's a Chaos 8 shard. Let's see what we get. Death's Grasp. That's a duplicate. But, that's alright. Well, actually, they're all duplicates now. I've got them all. But I had a bunch prior, you know? The easiest way to counter controlled burn? Poison Dart Tower and a Skyguard. Use the Poison Dart Tower to poison them and do damage, and then the Skyguard to dish out the pain. This one I'm going to do the old cheddar cheesy build if it appears that it's going to work out. Let's see. I'll have to pay attention to that Game Ogre lane. Looks like about it. Yeah. I'm gonna do the easy mode here, y'all. Let's get that going again. Which means I can get rid of that and go with that instead. And then where's that Go Boo Boom thing at? Oh, I was using it on the reflect beams, that's right. Let me borrow that relic. Bring it over here. And then that means I need to get rid of that and add that. Haha, there, did I effectively confuse the crap out of everyone? Basically, I'm setting up with 100% tenacity, so I don't have to think about anything here. And I can just screw around and play. So, just gonna do the generic spammer build for this map and not have to deal with torches or any other issues. The only thing I'm gonna have to pay attention to is this Game Ogre lane, which, you know, just knowing that it's there is already makes it a win. You just gotta pay attention to it, you know. Make sure the ogres aren't making it through all your stuff. Yeah, all defenses crit evil. Shows you the crit chance and everything right on the tooltip. Like my Flamar here's got a 35% chance to crit or an additional 60% damage. So yeah, they crit all day. Well, maybe not all day, but they crit. Oh yeah, they crit. The reason you don't see people focusing a lot on crit is just the destruction is just so much stronger. So I mean, defense power is stronger than crit in the current state of the game. Well, thanks there, Jamie. I'm glad. New players are always welcome. It takes new players to have a healthy game community, so I'm hoping we get more and more new players this summer. The player base hasn't dropped. Now, we can't see other numbers. Let me look, actually, because I haven't looked in a few days. We can't see PlayStation or Xbox numbers, but we can see PC numbers on active players. Let me see. Yeah, it says that right now there's over 1,000 people playing on PC right now. The player base has dropped in the last 30 days. Sorry, y'all. I had a bunch of Discord messages. Alright, so let's just chew up these Game Ogres ourselves, huh? How many combos do I have? Well, I use all the combos. It's a limited amount. The only combo I don't use is Ignite, as it removes too many positives. It removes too many positive conditions off of an enemy for the benefit that you get. Well, weapon mans you can either set up for power or for massive crowd control. You can make the choice. The damage done numbers, or the damage per hit numbers. Sorry, y'all, sirens going by. You see, like, these weapon mans are hitting for 254,000 every 0.38 seconds. Uh-oh, what was that? Not sure what that was. Let me see which core it was. Must have been a flyer. Upgrade. A couple of upgrades will take care of that. Yeah, anyway, so the tooltip DPS is not correct. It's historically been a problem in Dungeon Defenders 2, where the tooltip just doesn't calculate correct numbers. The Flame Aura one looks about accurate, or close to accurate, but this Weapon Man tooltip is just nowhere near. Terminator's got those high-quality Earthfall carries. You guys on Xbox, you know, get that. You got to get that quality term carry in Earthfall, you know. I do have burning strikes on the weapon. Quick. You don't even need it with the petrify. Well, I mean, you'd need it to light the torches if you weren't using tenacity. How these little guys doing? They getting wrecked. A couple of upgrades should clear them out too. Earthfall. Terminator is a authorized Earthfall carrying machine. So if you want to get the carries in the game Earthfall, call Terminator. Quality officially approved. Earthfall carries by Terminator. Sorry, Term, had to throw you out there. So that means everyone that's watching should spam Terminator a friend request on Xbox. Do it now, everybody. Do it now. Terminator likes it. There, now I'm just being mean. Sorry, Term. What's the number one elemental combo, in my opinion? Man, that is just a hard question to answer. Petrify is silly strong right now, but we also know that there's a lot of buggy stuff going on in the game. So we're going to have to see if it's this ridiculous after the update comes. But I'm a big fan of Freeze. Freeze is super good. But so is Electrocute. So, I mean, it's one of those things where that's just a really hard question to answer. You added Arnold Schwarzenegger to Xbox? That's fair. That's fair quick. Alright, so the flyers weren't a problem that wave. So I think we good. Well, the update is already here, Johan. There should be a hotfix coming soon. I mean, I was hoping it was going to be here Friday. But the update itself is already here. So everything that's supposed to be in the game is in the game, but it's really buggy right at the moment. Try to stomp on me, Mr. Ogre? Nice. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. Man, I am Might need to bust a monk out for this. This lane's getting a little heavier than I expected. Take that, Mr. How you like that freeze? Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Oh, God. Look at the mini-map, for God's sakes. I didn't even see that dude, but I wasn't looking at the mini-map. I was laughing in my head about Terminator getting friend request. Looking at the mini-map is always strongly encouraged. Well, I mean, Batman, we all know the deal there, Quicksilver. Batman is Batman. Batman is the comic book equivalent of Chuck Norris, you know what I'm saying? So... I mean, what more can I say? It's Batman. What's going on, Jill? How you doing? They haven't said anything, Nictus. They were dead quiet all day yesterday. They're off today. Well, they're never going to really do anything on any kind of announcements or anything on Saturdays. I mean, it's a holiday weekend, too. We got to remember that. So they all do have families. You know. As much as we all want to say there's a hotfix coming tomorrow, tomorrow's Easter, it just ain't going to happen. Piercer Servo, plus whatever else you want to use there, PDT. I'm using Piercer Servo plus defense rate plus anti-melee is what I personally use, but the Piercer Servo is a really, really nice addition to PDTs that make it so you can spam them anywhere. Come on, dude, lose the shield. Lose the shield! Oh, come on, am I gonna lose this? Nah, there we go. The shield's gone. Alright. Well, right now, that's really one of your only choices there, PDT. Using them for Petrify doesn't require any mods, though. No mods or shards required. Throw down one on any lane and add earth damage, you got Petrify. Controller doesn't affect PDT in any way, unless you have crowd control in the area from another tower. But controller is not what you would use on PDT. Unless you're always 100% always going to have another source of crowd control there. I don't like doing that. I personally want my defenses to be self-sufficient. So I don't do that personally, but I just want to have choices. What if I want to spam PDTs in a lane and not use any crowd control? Well, then that controller servo wouldn't do anything. Captain getting uppity. Another Bastille Master, too. He's coming down the mid this time, huh? Or he's stuck in the spawn. No, he's coming out. He dead. Yeah, as soon as I get moved and I get a good connection. I've done it before. I used a webcam for years. I just haven't used one in the last couple of years. Let's see. Where did I lose my weapon man down here? Yeah, just type in what your question is. Type into the YouTube search engine, what is controller servo? Type in, what is anti-support? What is anti-melee? There's a video for all that. You gotta have nice hats, Cole. That's important. Nice hats are an important life feature. Oh, he got me from around the corner? Dude's being sketchy, huh? Since when do Yetis throw through walls? Die, dang it, die. I like reggae music, but I played reggae music for, what, how many years? I figured it was time for something else. Sorry, noisy truck went by. It's a little warm today, so we got all the windows and doors and everything open. What's the deal with Earthfall? Is it run locally or something, Term? You wouldn't think it would... You'd think it would require... Or is it like peer-to-peer hosting or something? No one's beaten all floors. Misaka. It's not possible, really. In fact, I'm confident that the second someone gets really, really close, they'll make another patch to change it. But yeah, no one's beaten all the floors. Alright, let's go to Tavern. I'll set one up public here. If anybody wants to hop in, feel free to join. Just looking for weapons and Chaos 8 shards, really, Cryptic. I don't really intend to use any of those weapons, I don't think. I mean, I may end up using one of them. But I want to get them all, just to have them, you know? Gotta collect them all, you know? Here's another gift. Let's see what we got this time. So this time we got a tier 1 gift. So as you see on the description, this is from floors... you know, the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And we got another Spider's Fang. And I got a Chaos 8 shard too. Yet another Spider's Fang. Let's see what Chaos 8 shard we got. Another Death's Grasp. Jeez. Man, I may end up gilding that one. I'm not really interested in a Phantom Phoenix. I mean, I may end up using one, but I just don't play the Huntress. You guys got to remember, I've been playing a long time. There was a time where the Huntress was the only really viable DPS character. So, I mean, I did nothing but Huntress for like over 2 years. So, I mean, I'll go back and make a hero spotlight, but I just have no interest in playing the Huntress. Back then, the monks sucked. And it was either Huntress or Apprentice were really your options, unless... Well, if you liked playing range, you could always play the Squire, of course. And melee it out. Let me get my stuff moved around again here. Let's see. So, first off, we need that. That's the correct one there. I can get rid of that and add back in Vamp. And on the weapon mans, get rid of Vicious, add in Water Elemental. Just take that one out. Put that there. And where is that earth damage one? There it is. Play around with that earth damage one a little bit more. And I'll put that on the reflect. The good thing about that bow is it gives you quality of life, but it's not any better than, say, Toxic Shock. It's the same amount of projectiles per second. The good thing about that bow is you can be lazier with it. But, I mean, the best in-slot bow, as far as raw damage goes, is a Scatter 3. It's been that way for a long, long time. But it's just crappy playing the Huntress that close range. For me, anyway. I just don't like to play that close range. Alright, so is everything set? Let's see. Everything looks set back up. Nope, it's got to be 10 of 10. Cryptic. Gots to have that 10 of 10. Anyway, I'm on US West if anybody wants to join me. Feel free to hop on in. Oos live. We got the Oos. See if we can get a J in there. Well, EVs don't use the tomes. They use the canisters. You already know that. The best shot type for the EV is the McManus projector shot type. It comes on various weapons, though, so the weapon type doesn't matter. As long as you have that shot type. Ah, you're not dumb. It's all good, man. Just confuse the words. It happens. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I was like, shit, did my connection die? Alright, Sigard Womp Womps. I think we can just do the regular old spammer here. I have some fun in the mid with my EV2. Sorry, Doug. It slipped, man. It slipped. Need the PDT back here too, right? Let's go. Let's go Poisonous Flower Bed there. Your Marvel reference. Nah, you can't give away gems. There's no way to trade gems at all. They talked about potentially adding that in one day. I think the Warframe's absolutely awesome free-to-play business model. I think a lot of companies go to that, or look at that anyway. And I'm pretty sure Trendy looked at that back in the day. And when trading became a thing, they did say that they thought about down the road adding in gem trading, you know? Alright, let's just spam up some anti-air. And then we can just beast mode it out in the middle, right? There we go, the air lane is covered. I'll put a weapon man back here just to help me with any assassins. And then we will just face roll both of these lanes. It'll be nice. We got 100 mobs here, and we got 112 mobs there, so this should be lots of frozen boom boom hotness. Ah, I've lost more games than you, Hisaka. I've lost plenty of games in DD2. In fact, I am confident I have lost more games than anyone on the stream, watching the stream right now. Just because I've played so many. Well, you gotta do what you do best, Doug, you know? What I do best is jumping off cliffs, so every once in a while you just gotta take the dive. I can't say that it's still the thing, because I just don't know. But I do know that back in the day, when trials were a thing and expeditions weren't here yet, Ice, someone asked in Discord who had done the most Chaos 7 maps, and Ice looked, and I had done the most Chaos 7 maps, Chaos 7 Trials maps than any other player. And like I said, I can't say that that's still the same. But I've been playing it a long time. I've done a lot of maps, so I've had a lot of losses. I couldn't even tell you how many maps I lost. It would be in the thousands. Well, it would be over 1,000 for sure. I mean, I've been playing the game for 5 years. You know. This October, I think it is, will actually be I think it'll be my 6th year stream anniversary of Dungeon Defenders 2. Like, wow. You know, hopefully we have DDA by then. But we will see. On this account, it's like 8,000 and change. But I've also got like probably close to 1,000 hours on the PlayStation. Few hundred on the Xbox, several hundred on different accounts on the PC. This is my main PC account, of course, but I've got an alt with 1,000 Ascension on an alt account. That one I use for the No Ancient Power videos. Yep, still here, quick. Still making y'all put up my addiction to tower defense. There we go. Who we got? We got the Beast, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at his little 200 ancient power icon. Good Lord, Nictus. Yeah, I'll be able to stream the DDA beta. I'm using reflect beams to protect my other defenses from cyborgs. Plus, they're good. They hit really hard. You have to have 100% tenacity on them, which means you need a 10 of 10 Chaos 8 tenacity mod. That's even a Frost Headstrong lane, and we're still wrecking it. DDA, not DD8. Dungeon Defenders Awakened. It's a new game that Chromatic is developing. The next Dungeon Defenders game in the franchise. It's supposed to come out in October. Looking forward to that, of course. There's several other games. There's a game I'm very curious about that I'm supposed to be getting some alpha access to, like, later, before the end of this month. It's called In Defense of Aliens. It's an indie game. One of the things that... It's an action tower defense game, we know that, but one of the things that has really made me curious about it is the lead designer said that he was very inspired by games like the original Dungeon Defenders and Orcs Must Die. And those are two of my favorite games of all time. So, if it's a game that's inspired by those, I'm just thinking there's not going to be a chance that I won't love it. Yeah, I'm going to make another one there, Young. There's one in my Guides and Tutorials playlist right now, but I will make another one. In fact, I'll make another one this weekend because a lot of people have been asking for it. It's called In Defense of Aliens, Nictus. I can send you a link to their Discord here after the stream. You're playing as the aliens, basically, and you're protecting the aliens from the invaders. Anyway, there's very little known about the game yet, but it does look very interesting. I'm at 8,000 on this account. Well, let me look. What am I at? I'm at 8,059 as of right this second on this account here. Well, I mean, this little easy cheesy build is definitely seems like it's paying off. It's working. But if you add them all together, you know, if you add all the accounts together, I'm definitely over 10K. Mama's at, Mama's over 10K on, his PC account. We just know that there's a hotfix coming, Jacob, but we don't know when. I was hoping it was going to hit Friday, but I think most of us are assuming it will come Tuesday, since it's a holiday weekend. We might get it Monday. I mean, that would be completely amazing if we did, but I think realistically, we should shoot for potentially getting it Tuesday because of the holiday. Gots to have their Easter, you know? Gotta get their Easter in. Man, Nick just got that fancy AP logo. Look at his compared to mine. Mine looks like crap. That's the worst part. That was the only thing that was making me not potentially not stop at 65 resets. Was I think the AP logo looks bad. I wish you could choose any of the logos that you wanted, like out of the previous ones you've earned or whatever. No, there's not a max Scorpions, but Nictus is higher than anybody else by a long shot. Nictus got lazy and stopped at 200. I think at the time the second place was probably at like 100 or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but oh man, I was really hoping that Petrify would come up. I wanted to see an ogre fight. Yeah, no doubt there, Herbrand. Well, I mean, that's assuming you can put Ballista Bite and Earth Damage on the same one there, Dan, but, I mean, Ballista Bite may end up attuning the tower. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. It's not a shard, it's the Petrify combo, Jamie. It doesn't make them turn against each other, but it petrifies one of them, and the petrified one taunts the others in the area. So, like in that situation with two ogres, I was trying to petrify Gregory so that the other ogre would go over and start punching Gregory, is what I was shooting for there. But never didn't manage to pull it off. I mean, PDT is attuned, so that makes me believe that they were at least thinking about stuff that's attuned. But, I mean, we'll see. You know, we won't know until the hotfix gets here. I really wish it was here, because I love my Vipers. I actually am wanting to try out Vipers. I mean, if it's not attuned in the tower, then Earth Damage and Venomous Viper, to me, will be just awesome. I mean, on the same note, you do the same. I'll end up doing the same thing with all those towers if it doesn't attune them. I'll put Earth Damage on Harpies and on Ballistas too, just to play with them. It's a beast build there, Shen, no doubt about it. The Barb is a meanie. There's no question there. Get this dude first. Oh, he dead already. How'd that happen? I got a little lazy on this lane. I wasn't expecting it to push up that fast. That's the headstrong lane over here. Just walking through everything. No, it would just make it would gray the mod out. It's just like if you put a, like right now, you can put an elemental mod on a relic and then throw it on a PDT, and it'll just make it so that mod is just wasting space, basically. The mod won't work. So it would work exactly like that. It's the same thing now. If you move a relic, say I have Shocking Revelations on my weapon mans, and I move that relic over to Flame Auras, well, the Shocking Revelations just is not going to do anything. It will give a little red message below saying, y'all stuff ain't working. Yeah, that's a known bug too, Ethan, as far as I know. So hopefully they get that squared away as well. There's some issues with C7 items having C6 stats. Oh, the gold goes quick, Jacob. It goes quick. Just gotta sell all your fancy stuff to Nictus and take all of Nictus's gold, because he's got like bazillions. Yeah, Spider Fang is one of the new drops. Well, I got a gift. Let's see what I got this time. There's another tier 1. Mauled Cleaver, sweet. That was the one item, or one of the items I was missing from tier 1. I think that's all of them now for tier 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm still missing one more from tier 1. Let's see what C8 shard I got. Oop. Let me G it up here. Proton Flame Charge. Sweet. Getting closer to getting that one gilded. That's the one I want to gild more than any other. What's going on there, Teskey? Well, thanks for swinging by. I do appreciate you. Gonna have to watch for hex throwers on this lane. Do I have throwers over there? No. Alright, we got a Headstrong Winners here lane, so I'm not going to do the Petrify on that one. I'll just spawn camp it. The green sword, let me look. I think it's called the Candy Crusher. Let me see. Yeah, the Candy Crusher. It's got 100% tenacity on it there, Jacob. So 10 out of 10, Chaos 8 tenacity. If you only have one Chaos 8 amp and you want to know where to spend it, that's where you should spend it. Because it can then protect all your other defenses against cyborgs. Either that or put it on a defense rate mod, and then that will free up a shard slot for you. So, and then over there, let's go just with a boost in Fishers. Since it's headstrong. Who do we get? Angels. Angels has arrived. Yeah, it works with Automation Shard too, if you're willing to give up a shard slot. Automation is what you use if you don't have Tenacity. But you have to give up a shard slot to do that. And giving up a shard slot is kind of a big deal. You know, it's just so much power you give up. I mean, you can do it. By all means, have at it. But that's the price you pay, is you lose power. You know what, I should have threw LSA in here too to buff all this stuff. With that destructive pylon. Looks like they're just evaporating anyway. Well, that's the thing, is your reflex beams won't be weak if you set them up properly. Fastest way to gain XP is just by win streak bonuses in expeditions. If you're looking for a particular map, then Drakenfrost Keep would be the map that gives the most XP. Just want to make sure I don't get caught off guard by all these frosties over here. No. The more the merrier. Feel free to hop on in. What do you do if some of your friends turn their back on you? Find different friends. I don't know. What can you say? You can't get past campaign. Just keep trying. There, Chocoloco. I mean, there's no hard counters or no major issues in campaign. Don't use, if you're not winning matches, switch your defenses, you know. I did find that just having walls and spamming flame auras, in my opinion, was the easiest way to get past campaign. So just put a wall right here and spam flame auras all the way up to the entrance. Put a wall right here and spam flame auras all the way up to the entrance, and so on. In my opinion, that was one of the easiest ways to get through campaign. Forgot to put my Robo Girl back in the deck. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're talking about just as far as gaming goes, well, I mean, people should always play games they're having fun with. I mean, I've got lots of friends, real life friends, that played DD2, and they like went through the campaign and they're like, alright, cool, yeah, fun game, but they just had no interest in grinding. You know, they got through the story and that's all they cared about. You know, nothing wrong with that. You gotta play what you're enjoying. All about, you know, games are all about entertainment and having fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. That's rule number 1 of gaming. It means you don't have fun playing blackjack. I have all kinds of fun playing blackjack. The problem is it costs money. If they'd only let me play for free and let me keep the winnings, you know, I'd do that all day. I'm using power servo, diverse power servo, and defense range as mods, and then destruction, boosted grasp, and deadly strikes as shards. So I'm using it as a slow. It's adding a slow to this lane. Not that frost mobs can be slowed, but if they weren't frost mobs, it would be adding a slow to this lane. But I'm just using it just to give my fishers a little extra something something. Rollers are always going to be sketchy as far as AFK-ness goes there, Robbie, but the key is you just got to hit them in the sweet spot. So, I mean, you can really use just about anything you'd want. Like, say this was a high roller lane, though. I'd put defenses like up here, pointed back down the lane. That way it's hitting them in the sweet spot. It's all about where you hit them. It's not about what you're hitting them with. Hit them with whatever you want. Just hit them in the right area, you know? Well, thanks there, Andre. Appreciate it. Which game do I play the most? I mean, well, right now I play DD2 the most. If you ask me what game I've played the most ever, it's World of Warcraft. I used to have a pretty heavy-duty World of Warcraft addiction. Yeah. Oh, stupid hex throwers, man. Crap, I don't have my EV2 on my deck. I keep forgetting to put it in. There we go. That problem's resolved. Oh, too late. It got destroyed anyway. Oh well. Diablo 3 for you, Nictus? Is that the most you've ever played? You make me... You just said the words. You know, I know it was only one word and one number, but you just said it. Now I want to play Diablo. I'm not finished with the season's journey from this season yet. I'm still kind of fine-tuning my setup. I got the big boy carry from Averon. He's got his stuff all done already. How do you push solo Onslaught? The same way as you would do it in a group. It's actually easier solo on a lot of maps. I'd love to play Monster Hunter World here, Bryn, but you know the deal. I just don't have it, and it's expensive. I'm getting ready to move in a month. I don't have extra money laying around to throw at video games, you know? But yeah, I would love to try out Monster Hunter World. If this weekend was a free Monster Hunter World weekend, I would be all over it. Destructive Pylon is about 1,000 range units there, Shin. So you can put down like a Flame Aura with an unbuffed Flame Aura with no deadly strikes or anything. And it's like real close to 1,000 range units. And that kit will give you a pretty good idea. It's like from where I'm standing roughly till the edge right there is about how far it is. Poison Dot Tower's destroyed. Damn Yeti. Oh, we got upstairs too. We got all the fancy AP icons going, except me and my purple diaper. My purple diaper with the red dot. Yeah, a lot of people are fired up, excited about that Halo. Halo coming. Indeed. Monster Hunter World has the type of grind that it's easy to appeal to you, you know? Yeah, we got this shit map. Poo-poo map. Let's see, let me grab my EV back. Where you at? What's going on, Percy? How you doing? So what do we got over here? We got mob gallery, throwers, and healers. I think just the same setup is going to get it done. We got Timmer. Timmer. We got Mr. Dreadbones over here. What do we have? Yeah, we got hex throwers right there. I'll just put it up just to be safe. Oh, they only shoot on non-assault maps? Really? I never realized that. I always skip this map. That's what happens when you always skip. What do we got here? Mr. Bones. And we got the Womp Womps over here. So that's not going to work for us. What do we got here? Kursakazi. I think we'll do protons on this one instead with the Kursakazi. Because I got tenacity on these. We'll throw in a reflect or a lightning strike just to buff them. Crap, did I forget my PDTs on the other lanes? I did. Skelly Boom's pretty junky. Just throw it up for cheap in your market. Somebody will buy it. Just don't put it too expensive or it'll just sit there though. But Skelly Boom's definitely a little bit on the poo side. There's a little bit of poo involved with Skelly Boom. Well, I mean, the freeze and electrocute metas are really, really strong. So, I mean, yeah, it's new, so I do expect a lot of people will be using Petrify, but I mean, I think you've got lots of choices as far as metas go right now. Let's see. Let's do this instead. Where'd you go? Where'd you go there, Juicy? And then I'll throw a buff down here for that stuff. There we go. That should work. Fastest way to get to C7 is do Onslaught to floor 24. Equip all the junk gear you get on floor 24, and boom, C7 is unlocked. Water Elemental is a C8 shard, Colin. So it drops, or it has a chance of dropping floor 30 to 35 or higher. It's not known whether it's 30 or 35 at the moment, but it's one of the two. I had really bad luck, so I didn't get any that early. I didn't get my first one until like floor 50 something. But I do know people that have gotten them at much lower tiers, you know. Well, nobody can answer that question but you, Alexander. If you've only done it once, then yeah, you want to keep doing Ancient Power. But you have to decide how many Ancient Power points you want. So the best thing to do is to look at your Powers tab and go through them and just decide how many points you want. That's how many resets you're going to need. I tried to heal you. I tried to heal you. But yeah, I mean, as far as how many Ancient Powers to do, nobody can answer that for you. There is no best. It's completely an optional endgame system. It's a choose-your-own ending sort of thing. Your goal is 1,000 resets. More power to you. Seems a little out of control. Considering the highest out there is Nictus at 200. Doing 5 times what Nictus has done already seems a little over the top. But if you got that in, you have at it. Proton, Earth Beams, and PDT equal the Petrify combo they're gaming, which is extremely strong. It turns all your lanes into mush. To be honest with you, to do 1,000 AP resets, you would have to just 100% be willing to AFK gameplay for 1,000 AP resets would take you a minimum of, say, 4,000 or 5,000 hours. Like 4,000 if you really, really were motivated and power grounded it, but more like 5,000 or 6,000 realistically. Can you do that much AFK gameplay of just letting your machine run for that many hours? Is there enough things on Netflix that you want to watch? I mean, it would require... I mean, I don't even know what to say. It would be the most boring thing you could literally do. And I mean, for me personally, there is just not enough on Netflix that I want to watch to be willing to do that. Yeah, a bunch of the mods are not working properly. Percy, we're waiting for a hotfix. They're bugged. Buggy AF. After that Hero Spotlight I did this morning, I got... Somebody sent me a message saying I should, instead of calling it the Poison Update, I should call it the Bug Date. It's very buggy. Yeah, but there's a difference between doing a 5-hour survival in Warframe and grinding this. You know, at least in Warframe you'd have something to do, at least. I mean, if you can do it, have at it. But I'm going to go as far right now as to say you're not going to do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But I don't think you're going to do it. They just said that there's a hotfix pending. We don't know when it's going to be here yet, Eloise. I'm guessing Tuesday since it's the holiday weekend, but the earliest we could get it is Monday. But I think Tuesday is more realistic. Anything later than that is just going to be irritating. Yes, that is a challenge. If you can do 1,000 Ancient Power resets, I personally will buy you a hamburger with no cheese from McDonald's. There. And there's your reward. 1 hamburger, no cheese. So if you can do it, you'll have to send me your address and I will ship you that burger. Scarnash don't want to come out? Oh, there he comes. I was going to say, he popped on somebody. Yep, anybody that can get to 1,000 AP. You can get to 1,000 AP, then I will give you a McDonald's hamburger with no cheese. That's only valid. That's the first available customer. So if 10 of you guys go and do it, don't all expect burgers. You guys are going to have to split that first one. Oh, if somebody actually did it, I would 100% make a video of me going to the post and shipping off that burger. And hoping it doesn't smell too bad by the time it makes it to the recipient. Oh yeah. And let me tell you, if they screw up and make it a cheeseburger, I am going to manually take that cheese off. Just saying. The codes from the Kickstarter will be out probably in another month or so, maybe. I can't imagine Chromatic's even gotten the money yet from that. So, I mean, that takes a long time for that stuff to process. You gotta remember, before Kickstarter even sends Chromatic any of the money, they have to process all those payments. And, you know, all the payments that came back declined or whatever, then they send the people an email and they wait for the people. So, I mean, all that stuff is a very long process. It's not super quick. But my guess is probably another month until like the codes for DD2 get sent out. How it'll work is Kickstarter will finalize all the payments and then they'll send the info to Chromatic. After Chromatic has the info, Chromatic will send us an email asking how we want to receive our goods, what platform we play on, all that kind of stuff. And then the stuff that's available right away, after you respond to that message, the stuff that's available right away, like the costumes or whatever for DD2 or the hero codes or any of that stuff, then that stuff will be sent to you. So it'll take a long time. I mean, that's possible, Nictus, you know. $350K is the milestone that they hit, Colin, on the Kickstarter. As far as DDA, the beta for DDA will be out about a month before it releases, so figure September. Assuming they stay on track to release in October, I think we could expect a beta in September. It was part of their Kickstarter, which has ended, Angelo, so they're gonna do an additional store, but they have yet to do that. But yeah, that stuff is just, you know, I mean, I backed them too. I want my stuff. I hear what you're saying. But that stuff just takes a long time. I've never done a Kickstarter or been affiliated with a Kickstarter, but I did do a GoFundMe page once. And it took quite a while to actually get the money and get the info and all that. Enchanted Carver, nice. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Abyss Lord does look really cool. That's a good looking hero for sure. They did a great job with all the artwork on the heroes. I don't think any of the heroes look bad. They just all look good. The artists and character models and all that, they did a great job with DD2. That's one thing that I don't think I've really ever heard anyone complain about is the art in DD2. With all the issues that DD2 has had, one thing that's always been solid is the artwork is amazing. Oh, no gift that map. But, did I get a shard? Oh, I got a shard. Oh, I got back-to-back shards. See, we got Power of Embermount. Let's see what the other one is. Taser suit. I'll take another taser suit. Thank you very much. Defense rate. Look at me go with the shards here. Man, good stuff. Give me a 10 out of 10 mod to really kick it in. Nope. Somebody was actually asking for that earlier, so I'm going to keep it. Just because I can't remember who it was, but somebody was asking for that mod earlier. What's my stream delay? It's on low latency now, so it should be like 3-5 seconds, something like that. Not very long. Let's grab you back. Now, my delay on when I actually noticed your comment and replied to it could be long. I was going through my inventory at the time when you said that. So I wasn't exactly staring at the screen, you know. There's no best weapon. You just want Controlled Burst 3. So look for that Controlled Burst 3 shot type. It comes on lots of different weapons. But there are no real, you know, with very few exceptions, there are just not very many unique weapons in DD2. It's pretty much weapons are all skins of each other. It's all about getting the shot type you want. It's one of the areas where I think they could have done way better in DD2, personally. One of the things I loved about DD1 is there were so many special items, you know? DD2 doesn't have that, sadly. There's just not very many special items. Yeah, 842 mobs for this map is a bit excessive, for sure. Hmm, 50 left. Oh, we need the PDT, that's right. Here we go. Vicious maxes the range, Colin, on the beams. Yeah, I've actually got the beams overkill. This is not my usual reflect beam relic. I went over it at the beginning of the stream. I was just kind of throwing stuff together to test these. What I'm really looking at is these earth damage weapon mans, and they're doing great. So, I mean, I got no complaints with them. Yeah, you get one of those every 10 floors in Onslaught, and then every time you do an AP reset there, Hisoka. A prestigious weapon. Well, I mean, if you're doing it for Omega Waves, then you'd want anti-melee, anti-chaos, and anti-mini-boss on them. Proud Hero would be the best way to build them. If you want them specifically for that. And then go defense rate, destruction, and mass destruction if you had it. If you don't have mass destruction, then go defense rate, destruction, and vampiric empowerment. These stupid flyers, man. Stupid, stupid flyers. I even put 2 PDTs down. That should handle them. We're on 103 here, Ethan. It's public. If you want to join, feel free to hop on in. We got Nictus here. It's an auto win. All you got to do is have Nictus in your group and you automatically win. It's pre-programmed into the game. Or you could change your name to Nictus in Steam and then you get the auto win as well. It's a thing. It's a real thing, trust me. How long does it take to do an Ancient Power reset? It takes about 6 hours for one reset, if you're doing it in the optimal path. It could take you as long as 24 hours if you're doing it in an unoptimal path. Now you see, Colin, Nictus doesn't even have to join the map. He just has to be in your group. He could be in, he could be in like just a group chat with you in Steam, and it still counts. That's enough Nictus for the win, You just got to have him in some sort of group. You could send him like a group text message. Or, get them in a group message on Discord or on Skype or, really anywhere. Oh, Onslaught 300. Onslaught 300's pretty easy to get to, Cam. It's just a matter of, do you have the time to do it? The real challenge doesn't come until you get much higher than that. No, I don't have them all. I skipped 5 of them because I just think they're completely worthless. No, you have to start at 1 and work them up there, Sauce. Now remember, you might even, if it's a straight up carry like that, you might actually be able to do better in expeditions by just trading him the gear. Like, you guys both run the map, you collect the gear, he collects the gear, and then trade any of the better gear that you have to get his champion score up quicker. Remember, unlocking Chaos 7 is all about just getting your champion score to 5,300. The quickest way to do it naturally is through Onslaught, because floor 24 is going to get you over that. Over that 5,300. Remember, it's not about the quality of gear. It's just about the champion score, and that's it. So, like, you might have a gray item that you got on floor 24 that's better than the legendary item you have equipped as far as champion score goes. That's it, Dan. You just got to change your name to Nictus, man. A Skelly leaked. Well, what the heck? How did a Skelly leak? Down there. Forest Biome's got a few of those. Clearly, there, Nictus. Clearly. I was doing Forest Biome the other night, and right over by the core, completely away from all the defenses, a mage Skelly spawn popped up right next to the core. And it's like, what the hell? That's how you reach Ancient Power level 1000. Well, you have to do 1,000 Ancient Power resets. Is how you reach Ancient Power level 1000. If you do them fast, each one will take you 6 hours. So that's 6,000 hours of Ancient Power resetting. Get it done, man. I'll get that burger. Just to clarify again, no cheese. Burger only. Burger only, no cheese. And it must be from McDonald's during a hamburger sale. No, no cheese. That's the deal, Herburn. Take it or leave it. It's non-negotiable. You can add your cheese at home. If they're vegan, then they can just give the burger to one of their friends who aren't vegan. You know, that would be what a good friend would do. You know, I'm not paying for no overpriced soy burger. So yeah, pickle's fine. Pickle's fine, Jordan. The wife says no pickles and no mustard, but you know, that's her thing. I won't hold you guys to that. I'm trying to keep it below 69 cents or less there, Dark. 69 cents or less, that's the deal. The optimal way to AP reset is to not do anything but your Onslaught floors. So say you just did AP reset number 1, you got to go back to floor 30, but you see that you now have Onslaught floor 5 unlocked. Start at Onslaught floor 5 and go to Onslaught floor 30. All you got to do is 25 maps and you're done. They're quicker than 6 hours at the beginning. 6 hours is what they take once you get to the end. Your starting floor keeps going up every time you reset until you get to the 50 to 80 range. You'll get to a point where you start on floor 51 and go to floor 80. Once you get to that point, it never changes again. But you just do the required floors. You don't do anything else. There's like 2 months of live streams of me doing it back from a few months back. If y'all are ever curious, just look at some of the old live stream VODs from like, say, January, February, maybe even a little bit of March. I'm not even sure. Explosive poison would be really good if it was working, Colin, but it's not actually working at the moment. But in the Petrify setup, one of the things with explosive poison is the more mobs you can get close together, the more effective explosive poison is going to be. Well, with Petrify, that's kind of a no-brainer because the mob in the middle is going to be taunting everybody, so they're all going to be going to it. And that would make explosive poison really super strong, but it's still bugged. Well, I mean, it's only been a few days. We're still waiting for the hotfix. You'll know when they fix it, you'll have a download. Until you have an update and a download to do, it's not fixed. You know, we'll get a hotfix like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully Monday, probably Tuesday. And, you know, might not be here till Wednesday. We'll have to see. You want to push as high as you can, Teskey, before doing any resets. Yeah, that was an entirely different thing, though. It's not the same bug. It's a different situation. Another C8. Very nice. Here's some snakes on a plane. I'll take my snakes in that plane. Nothing good. Well, thanks, Sarah Hisaka. I appreciate it. I left these guys hanging. Or no, I hit G. They just dumping the mana. These guys ain't building nothing. Angels and Nictus are like, free carry. I ain't building nothing. Deal with it. Ain't having it. I don't care if I can beat floor 9 bazillion, Nictus says. I am still going to make you carry me. It's supposed to be the other way around, Nictus. You're supposed to be doing all the heavy lifting here. I mean, this is all like plebe stuff to you, right? Alright, we got proximity. So let's just do this. Let's try this out. We're not going to get our... this is a headstrong lane, so we won't get our petrify going on it. But we can do something else, right? Let's go with a boosty. And you know what? There's no frost mobs, but let's go with a fisher too. Actually, there is frost mobs. There's some frost orcs. There, and I'll feel near as bad about it. Just stack a whole bunch of stuff up behind this, behind that reflect beam there. Is that going to be good enough? A little sketchy on this corner here. Ain't going to be alright. Winter is here. Well, you know, I can petrify winter is here. Where'd you go? Where'd all you heroes go? No, it only applies to DD2. Particularly if you're talking about like blackjack. Nictus sucks at blackjack. Yeah, the damage buff mod is good if you want to always use a particular... Like if you use boost stars every time, a damage buff mod is good. But it's not going to be as good as using an anti-mod. So it's just, you know, basically however you want to do it. See, do we even have... We don't even have any cyborgs in the mix here, so I'm not going to sweat the reflect beam on this one. We're just going to do the petrify. It leaves you wanting there, Jordan. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next episode. There's not many episodes, so you know it's going to progress really quickly. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. There's so many wonky theories out there. Just crazy how many different theories there are. Yeah, if you're using a reflect, you need either a 10 out of 10 tenacity or you need a automation shard. One of the two. I don't know. I've read so much crap. I can't resist any of the spoiler stuff. So I read all that stuff. I don't want to spoil it for anybody else, so I'm not going to say anything. But I watch. I have no problem with being spoiled on Game of Thrones. I want to know what happens, and I want to know now. You know, it's one of those type of deals. So every spoiler theory from Reddit or YouTube or anywhere else, I've read every single one of them. Oops. Why is this not placing? There we go. Like, alright, what'd I do? That should be fine. Yeah, we got Sigard Womps up here. If there was, I wanted to try to stream Game of Thrones, but you can't do that legally, you know? Like, you see these streamers that have, like, movie night and stuff like that. I would have loved to have done that with Game of Thrones. But, you know, I don't want to get smacked down with all the copyright laws. And let me tell you, HBO is very protective of their Game of Thrones. Quite the breadwinner for them. And quite a few of those actors are making $500,000 per episode. Alright, now where do I have to pay attention? Do I have to pay attention anywhere? Because I know Nictus ain't going to. I think we're good. Well, copyrighted music, I get a warning though. Most of the time with copyrighted music, they don't care that you did it. They just want the money. So all the ad rev... Like, I could put copyrighted music in any video I want to do. But all the ad revenue is going to go directly to the copyright holder. I guess that was the lane I was supposed to be watching. Yeah, they need Tenacity run. They need Tenacity or automation. They need Tenacity in some form. Oh, that was just a bad build there. Lady Orcs got sneaky on me. Well, there's plenty of DU left. I'll just buff it up a little here. Is there even... Or yeah, it was these Lady Orcs right here that got it. That shouldn't be too tough of a fix. And that alone right there should get it. Man, Terraria's been really active on Twitter lately, huh? Yeah, it's headstrong. That's why I didn't do the reflect or the weapon man. I thought I was just gonna just power right through it, but apparently I'm not powerful enough. Not as powerful as I like to imagine. Yeah, I know that new patch is coming. Alright, where did we lose it? Oh, did Flyers get the PDT? Or was that self-induced by Angels? Oh, the Kamikazes got it? Yeah. Sneaky bastards. Get it off me! Get it off me! Thanks, Angels. Appreciate it. Well, I mean, easy fix for that, alright? That is so overkill now. That's alright. I'll take overkill over underkill any day. There we go. I should get it. Nictus playing with his food over here. What's the deal, Nictus? Why is that stuff not dead yet, huh? Sweet. Get the freebie. Makes me think I should move this stuff a little. Go something like that here now. Here we go. That should work. Yeah, but anyway, I read all that patch stuff. See, now I got two things in my head. You guys are killing me. I guess that one's self-induced. I brought it up. I want to play Diablo 3 today now, and I want to play Terraria. What the heck? I'm not going to put as many hours into DD2 today as I would have, because we don't have that hotfix yet. So I don't want to do too much prior to the hotfix. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? I think Gregory was up here. He should just get owned, though. You don't even need a nuke. Just do the jump shot on Gregory. Weak little 300 mil. I played, you know, I haven't played through any of the seasonal stuff with Diablo 3. This is the first time that I've jumped in for one of the Diablo 3 seasons. And I enjoyed it. I mean, I've been having a good time. You know, it's a fun game. Especially I hadn't played it in several years, so it was, a lot of it was fresh in my mind again. That and, you know, got some friends playing it, so it's a good time. I didn't see where it popped. Oh, it's right here. Side lava womp womps. Serpent's Coil. Serpent's Coil, you want to use destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes, just like anything else. Now, Serpent's Coils have a really big range, so I mean, it's not necessarily a bad idea to even use Vicious on it or to double dip on it. But you'd want to make sure you're at the speed cap, and you'd want to get as much defense power on it as possible. So, like, if you had a 10 of 10 Chaos 8 defense rate mod, that would allow you to use Vicious and Deadly. Or, of course, you could always go with a range mod plus Deadly, or whatever would be good. They've got big range. They've got really good range. So you can, I mean, you can place them. I mean, you could place one right here if you had it to max range, and it would hit. Like, if you had one at max range, you could put it right here, and it would hit both of those lanes, and it would hit this lane, plus the flyer lane, and that flyer lane. It would, you know, they got big boy range. The problem is only one, unless you're playing the Mystic actively, only one of the beams is going to hit each target. So when you put down multiples, more than one won't hit the same target without using the Mystic actively. Yeah, I mean, you should start at the beginning and just go through. You'll get 10 new weapons, like, within an hour or whatever. Floor 1, Floor 5, Floor 10, Floor 15. I mean, you can blaze through those maps so fast. And they're it's guaranteed a gift. I'm going to do a video on it as soon as I collect them all. Where you at? Why do I not have an exclamation? Oh, it's in the middle again. It's actually good. I don't even need to do anything. Yeah, it's Petrify for the win there, Colin. Super strong. it is the answer to problem Frosty lanes. Now, if you get a winner is here or whatever, and you got headstrong as well, that's where it becomes a challenge, you know. But frost lanes in general are just a non-issue using Petrify. Well, it's just like any other defense, Michael. There's no difference between it and anything else. You know, stacking anti-mods is the strongest thing in the game. So you set your defense up, you throw it in a lane, you see what kind of mods are getting through. You know, like, goblins and stuff are just going to die. So don't worry about those, but like, say you're getting a lot of melee mobs through, or a lot of chaos mobs, or a lot of orcs, or whatever it is that's making it through your defenses, you'd want to put anti-mods on to counteract those folks. You know, why am I... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, why am I not getting exclamations? Well, this became a lot less fun over here. There. I should get it, right? Yeah, 10 of 10 mod is 95% at Chaos 7. You take it to Chaos 8, it'll be 100. That's exactly how you do it there, Pratt. Gots to get it up to Chaos 8. Ain't no rollers gonna hit me. That one was self-induced there, Angels. You can't stand on my towers and expect the rockets not to blow them up. Come on now. Angel's is like, nope. I'm going to negate that Nictus auto win button right here. We got a big old mess all jammed up in here. This is one of the problems with Petrify. Is like Wither Beast. If a mob is petrified here and a Wither Beast comes out, well, the Wither Beast is going to dig into the ground. And then it's going to jam the mobs up behind them. And you're going to get stuck mob problems. So that's like the one downside is Petrify. Is it's going to cause some stuck mob issues. It just is. You know? I think we good. Petrify too strong. The only place I gotta work or look at, I think, should be that headstrong lane. There's a Yeti lane over there too, I guess. Come here, Mr. Yeti. Plap. Take that. Oh yeah, I could have run. No doubt about it. We had one on the other side, so I wasn't worrying about it too much. Got one more little sneaky one there. It's gone. Alright, let's do one more map and get the weapon, and then I'm probably going to call it for a day here. For those of you that don't know, a lot of the DD2 streams have moved over to Twitch, as I've got so much DD2 content coming to the YouTube channel. I don't want to overwhelm everyone's channel feeds. So, exclamation Twitch in chat. And check it out over there. How does tidal wave chip work? Well, when you use your heroic boost, it gives you a little AoE boom around you. I was using it quite a bit before, but I stopped using it now. Well, it's because the difficulty keeps going up, Colin, is why. The first few, like the first, say, 10 AP resets are like just easy peasy. You know, you're going to get them done quick. Ooh, I got a present. See, this time we got a tier 2. So let's see. Harbinger's Watch. I already got some of those, but, you know, whatever, I'll keep it. Where are my 10 out of 10 mods? I thought Nictus was going to just make it shower 10 out of 10 mods at every mob. Nictus wants to build that one? Fair. Fine with me. I'll take my Nictus carry all day long. Can I get an Earth Shatter, anyone? This is going to be a face roll right here. Pixia, what's up? Nictus doing floor 100 after doing floor 954 was his last map. This is going to be a go AFK on the core kind of experience, watch. We all good? We all good. I got an AFK on the core over here. Nothing's even gonna make it out, is it? That's so ridiculous. Nothing's even making it out of these two spawns. What did you put on that, Nictus? Do you have range going on this? The enemies are invisible because the enemies aren't making it out of their spawns, is why. They're not invisible, they're back there. You just gotta go look for them. How much range do you have going on there? That's ridiculous. 8K, Jesus. Crazy. I'll have to clip this one out. put it in a separate video. We'll call it the easy mode Nictus carry. The AFK on sub objectives as Nictus carries it for you. And of course you gotta have a volcano, right? That's nuts. It's just amazing that nothing is making it out. Not even one little sneaky one. I mean the flyers, but that's a, you know, obvious there. Crazy. Well, the oh crap. I hit the obelisk. That's alright. The obelisk was my next target anyway. I was going to say the volcano and the obelisk must hit tier 5. It's one of the rules of volcanoes and obelisks. Nice, Pixia. Grats. Brings whole new meaning to the term spawn camp. Almost feel sorry for him. Well, this is just what happens when a floor 900 player plays floor 100. It's like someone from Chaos 7 doing Chaos 1. This is floor 105. I got you, Angels. I got the heal. Don't worry. The gifts are guaranteed on every 5 floors there, Hisaka. You can actually get 2. You can get one from one from the guaranteed gift, and then you can get another out of the box if you're lucky. But yeah, you'll get a gift every 5 floors up to floor 55. After floor 55, it goes to every 10. I want to... Nictus, if you're going to carry me, I need to actually be carried. See what I can do here. It's hard to stand on top of him. That's a pretty decent run right there. Must upgrade Volcano. I told you, it's the auto win button. You just got to get Nictus in your group and you auto win. Definitely puts new meaning to the term spawn camp, though. No doubt about that. I mean, spawn camp usually means killing the mobs right as they come out of spawn. But these mobs are like, no, we're nowhere close. The lady orcs are the only ones pushing to the edge, and an occasional wither beast. What's that one defense on the right lane? Oh, a poison dart tower for the to get the petrify going over here. It's not the spawn camp, it's the pre-spawn camp. Ridiculous. What was that? I thought I saw green. Oh, range boom, boo. Alright. Caps lock for the win. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. I'll get back and open up my present, because I got presents. Oh no, thank you, Nictus. Appreciate it. Well, see, that's the thing, is doing resets, you're just required to do that many floors. Like, you have to get to floor 30, or you have to get to floor 40, or whatever. So there's a minimum number of maps, you know? Other than the floor 24 to Chaos 7, see, I got the double. One is a guaranteed, and one was from the chest, so I got a little bit of RNG luck. Thanks to Nick DeSare. Let's see what we got here. Staff of Thrones. I've already got that one. And then here, we ended up getting... That's a Tier 2 pack as well. So let's see what we get for Tier 2. Another Harbinger's Punch. So, Harbinger's Punch and a Staff of Thrones. Added to the collection. Let me get them properly sorted here. Ugh. Now it's a mess. So we want that there. There we go. I'll do it the long way. Alright, C8 shards? Nope, no C8 shard on that one, but that's alright. It was definitely a good run there. Any 10s? No 10s. That is okay. Anyway, y'all, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for swinging by. As I mentioned, I'm streaming a lot of DD2 over on Twitch right now. So, lots and lots of DD2 going over on the Twitches. Make sure you check out my Twitch channel. And follow me over there if you want to receive the notifications. But that is going to get me for Saturday. So, hopefully everyone has a great Easter weekend. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.